It's live by Eddie Kane Jr.'s channel.
Let me see. Eddie Kane Jr. Eddie Kane Jr. Eddie Kane Jr. Why that sound familiar? Get over here.
Eddie Kane Jr., I'm letting you know right motherfucking now. Do not record my life and go put it on no YouTube channel. No, I'm not playing.
He ain't even really have a real chance to really get settled in the hood like that, folks. He came to the hood. When he came to the hood, it didn't just click. Y'all motherfuckers start to bump heads with him because it was a misunderstanding, thinking he was from over there. So it took a minute for that shit to calm down. Then when that calmed down, it took a minute for him to come around to really start to fuck with a motherfucker, really start to rock with a motherfucker. Then when that calmed down, boom, it's over with. Folk them used to get on his ass. They was on his ass. Yeah, motherfucker ain't gonna tell y'all that on folk them grave. Motherfuckers was on folks' ass because they used to think like, oh, he over there fucking with dude now. They used to see him coming from that way sometimes or whatever. They used to get on his ass on phone them, you know? So, and vice versa. The Wiiic at the time it was called, the O. But the Wiiic used to get on Tooka ass too. Because they used to think like, man, he over there fucking with dude now. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to see him coming through there, walking through there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they not knowing that Tooka not fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? He just live over here. So that was the start of like a bad aura over him on phone them like bro, just let me live on phone them grave. Like I ain't on shit. I'm on something whole totally different. And I ain't fucking with niggas. The crazy part. So as life goes on, they still like, you know, pushing up on folks, you know, like he one of them. Steady tweaking with folks. Folks not going though on phone them. And he working his hands, all that. You know how to fight, all that. And he ain't no hoe, none of that. He just not no street nigga, bro. Shot him up. You know? Got up out of there. Still to this day, nobody has been caught. Nobody has been apprehended. Of course, you got people that's gonna claim it. OD did not kill Tooka. OD Perry did not kill Tooka, man. Nobody from old block 600, none of that killed Tooka, man. But Tooka wasn't even from STL. That's another crazy part. Tooka wasn't from STL, man. Tooka was from the low end, 49th, Calumet, Prairie. That's where Tooka originally from, man. Tooka was a kid, bro, a real kid. Like, he wasn't no in the streets, trying to be in the streets, trying to be something he not, trying to be around the wrong crowd. No, bro. But that murder of Shondell Gregory changed the city, folks, especially that side of town. Folk changed the city. Because after that, for STL, folk them took that Tookaville and stood on that. Music-wise, street-wise, all that. They stood on that.
Ain't no secret. Should do Eddie Kane Jr. Like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe to me, leave a comment down the post. I'ma sub back to you. Rit. Now time out. Hey, my people. Y'all know why we here on Renegades, man. First and foremost, Happy New Year, man. Best wishes for a healthy and wealthy, prosperous 2025 and beyond. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get into it, man. So, old boy Jaro City Payne and Renegades, if you haven't subbed to that young man's channel, go sub to that dude's channel, man. Y'all just heard what he's speaking on with Tooka. And the thing that's wild, like a lot of stuff, like he said that murder changed like Chicago, especially his side. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm all the way over here in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely just outside looking in, a lot of stuff transpired behind that, you know what I'm saying? Like he say, O.D. Perry, you know what I'm saying, from the Wiiic, now it's O-Block after his demise, did not kill Tooka, you know what I'm saying? But it was it was dudes out here, different sets, you know what I'm saying, that was claiming that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if OD was more, you know what I'm saying, just doing it, claiming it more, and you know what I'm saying, it sparked off like that, but it was casting TYMB, 600, O-Block, well, the Wiiic, you know what I'm saying, that was claiming that. But next thing you know, O.D. Perry, you know what I'm saying, he meets his demise, and that kicks off when Tooka, and like I say, nobody from the Wiiic or 600, from what people saying, killed Tooka, you know what I'm saying? But next, you know, that sparked off a chain reaction, and then it started being bodies dropped on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just sparked off a chain reaction, and then it was on, you know what I'm saying? It was just war, basically, between all them cats, man. But, always a but, it's crazy that you hear, according to Jaro City Payne, that Tooka wasn't even really like one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? Tooka moved from the low end, and that's what's wild, because like them cats standing on Tookaville tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, and O-Block, 600, you know what I'm saying, anybody else, they started disrespecting Tookaville, talking about they smoking Tooka. Allegedly, Duck them say they was saying smoking Tooka first, out of sign of respect, a homage, and then the other side flipped it, you know what I'm saying, and made it disrespectful. But I digress. So Tooka, Shondell Gregory from the low end, and that's where his brother was at, you know what I'm saying? Some folks know, some folks do, you know what I'm saying? Renegades just, so Tooka and 051 Lil Mark was brothers, you know what I'm talking about? So, and then 051 Lil Mark, he was with Young Money. And the dude, man, he was rapping, and then he made a diss song, you know what I'm saying, that, man, y'all know, no competition, like, dude, man, that song, like, just took off, you know what I'm saying, a lot of hits, and 051 Lil Mark was killed, you know what I'm saying, like, days after that song's release, he got nailed. But I digress. So Tooka comes down there to STL, you know what I'm saying? Like, whole nother part of the city. Me personally, growing up, moved around a little bit, was on East Line, was on Avery Hill, was on Alter. But that was all in 48215, you know what I'm saying? I was all in the same way where, like, I still could go back to the block, you know what I'm saying, where I really, like, grew up at. I didn't have to move, like, to the west side, or have to move southwest, you know what I'm saying, or move to the north end. I was still all in 48215. This Tooka had to move to a whole other part of the city, and just imagine that the hood you moved to, they beefing with you because they think you from the other side. They see you coming from, according to Jaro City Payne, they see you coming from the Wiiic way, O-Block way, and they got smoke with you know what I'm saying? And then the Wiiic, they see you coming from that Tookaville way, and they got smoke. So you catching it, he didn't have no, you know what I'm saying, no peace, for real. And like, that's something I did not know, that allegedly, according to Jaro City Payne, this dude was actually riffing with, you know what I'm saying, STL over that way, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't peace. It wasn't like how they can, it's Tooka and on Tooka and merchant on them, you know what I'm saying? And like Jaro City Payne say, man, like, niggas lying. If they just come up and say like, yeah, that's my mans, we was hanging, he say that's cap, because Tooka, like, he didn't really lock in, he didn't really get accepted and start hanging with cats until right before his demise, you know what I'm saying? And with that, that's wild. That's wild that you really don't have no peace where you at, from the guys around where you at to when you into the ops, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't have, you know what I'm saying, nobody on his side, from what Jaro City Payne saying, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's crazy. And definitely, like Jaro City Payne was saying, that Tookaville, it kind of took on a life of its own, man. And they, like I said, they stood on it, and then they was rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? They claiming it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of wild that you would name your hood, you know what I'm saying, after a dude who wasn't even really like for them, like wasn't even really like necessarily a member, just was like hanging around, like in the words of Jaro City Payne, he was fake kicking it, you know what I'm saying? He was just over there, just basically, he just wanted to keep the peace, you know what I'm saying? He just wanted to just do his thing. He didn't go to the same schools they went to. Like when they was riffing back and forth with the Wiiic, he wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? It's just that guilt by association. That's why I just want to tell the kids, man, if you not banging, don't be hanging around, man. Don't be lurking around. Stay a neutron. Now, granted, I know in Tooka case, they were saying he was, allegedly he claimed he was GD, you know what I'm saying? But for the kids who neutrons, if you not in no gang, do not be hanging out at the trap. Do not be hanging out on the track where they at, hanging with them, you know what I'm saying, getting seen with them cats, because that's how things happen, you know what I'm saying? And allegedly, that's what happened with Tooka, you know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying, they drilled him at a bus stop, and that's the same way that his brother, Lil Mark, died years later at a bus stop, you know what I'm talking about? So, that's wild, man. Hey, kids, stay away from these gangs, man. Just, hey, sports or your family, stick to that, man. Because these gangs, it don't end in a good way, you know what I'm talking about? That's just how I see it. Should do Eddie Kane Jr. You ain't no renegade. Hit that sub button. You want to join us on the low key. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. Mission. Hit that join button. Welcome to the Renegades. Ain't no secret.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this, not join them!